Lamar Jackson has been rumored to possibly the Ravens possibly regretting the contract because the roster will fail around him, as you and I have discussed on this show for a long time. I believe the salary cap needs to be separated between QB and roster, and I believe it's starting to catch fire, and I think they're starting to discuss that to being a true issue. But I'm trying to figure out, is this a true statement here, and do you think this could actually be the demise of the Ravens?
Well, me and you are on polar opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to what we think about Lamar Jackson and Daniel Jones. Like,
I don't know why Smitty laughing, but I asked a question about the Ravens. I didn't say nothing about Lamar Jackson.
No, I know. I'm just I can't laugh on this show. It's the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. Big Smitty can't laugh and show my emotions, Shaun. Is this the Coach JB show? Coach JB show with Big Smitty.
No. I'm just saying. I want to be clear. You see Lamar Jackson say, "Hey, Shaun, Smitty's glasses for AR5 and Lamar Jackson run deep." So I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure we're clear. I said Ravens. Will the Ravens find this to be regretful?
Hey, JB. I don't know why Smitty's all in his feelings today. He held you hostage Friday. He got a raise.
That's my point.
All the concessions he wanted.
That's my point.
The show.
That's my point. He played that whole thing. He got a bunch of sad broads liking him and shit. Like, come on.
Hey, let me say this. Do I have an issue with the quarterback? Take Lamar and the Ravens out of it. I have an issue with the face of the franchise not being present in the offseason. To me, that's something. If I was a GM, if I was a head coach, I mean, I want my starting quarterback there. Now, if it's something where you got a family vacation and you miss, one weekend, or you miss 1 week or something, or you got a daughter that's graduating that we know ahead of time, I can move the schedule around to fit your schedule. Like, that's the crazy thing. I can move it around. Okay, if you can't be there this window of days, I can make that a non-week and then make that week up somewhere else. So I have an issue with the quarterback not being there. Having said that, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson situation seems to be the norm now around the league. Aaron Rodgers wasn't at camp. You're hearing other guys that aren't participating in the offseason program. They're deciding to go home and use their own personal trainers. Like, JB, that seems to be becoming more the norm than it ever was in the past. And I'd have an issue with that, if I was a pro team. Simply because, that's why I mentioned what I said. Those dates aren't locked in stone. The Falcons OTAs don't match up with the Lions OTAs. The voluntary minicamp in the Chargers organization is not the same as the one in the Bucs. Like, those dates are flexible.
Got you. Nah, I hear you, man. Give my take on that original quote. Again, I think it was anonymous. It said it came from Bleacher Report, just someone's opinion on what the Ravens, how they may feel down the road. Listen, I don't think you can regret, paying Lamar Jackson with everything he's done for the team in terms of wins. I understand they haven't won the big one, and I get that's the ultimate goal. But there's a lot of quarterbacks who haven't won the Super Bowl yet. It's only a small selection who have won it. So if that's the argument, then you'll regret paying any quarterback if you know what I'm saying. That's how you feel. At the end of the day, Lamar Jackson equals wins, and I don't think you'll be regretting his contract, honestly, because ultimately the quarterback market is going to continue to rise every single year anyway. So his contract, where it stands right now, won't even be top of market at the end of the year and next year. It'll actually kind of balance itself out and so it'll look normal.
So, Smitty, to your point, I will say this, and JB was the first person I heard mention this, and I actually saw an article that kind of alluded to them having conversations. They got to figure it out, because if the fact that the quarterback market cost the Ravens Patrick Queen, right, that's a problem, JB. If the quarterback market forced the Jaguars to give Trevor Lawrence $200 and something million, 150 yeah. Like, they got to get that fixed, because Trevor Lawrence shouldn't make as much as Joe Burrow. He hadn't done what Joe Burrow's done.
Right.
Justin Herbert shouldn't make as much as Patrick Mahomes. Like, there should still be levels at the quarterback position. Otherwise, they got to figure it out, because it popped in my head. Maybe the Ravens lost Patrick Queen because they couldn't pay Patrick Queen and Lamar Jackson what the current market was.
Right.
I was exactly saying you took the words out of my mouth, because Patrick's been on this show 3 times, Patrick Queen. I'm going to have him come on. I'm going to try to get him on this week and ask him that particular question. Maybe when you're on Friday. He's a good dude. I recruited him. This is the thing. Like, I was exactly going to say Patrick Queen's name. But then if you look down the line, as we go forward in this current landscape and current market, how it's orchestrated as far as salary cap, if they don't separate the 2 salaries, you're going to lose or not be able to attain or retain a receiver for Lamar, or a tight end for Lamar, or a left tackle for Lamar. But this isn't just a Lamar issue in the Ravens. I believe it's happening all over. That's why I've been saying it on a bigger scale. Like, you got to be able to do it as far as the NFL needs to be able to do it. You just upped the salary cap quite a bit this offseason, and it still hasn't changed anything.